failed vice presidential candidate and former half-term governor of Alaska before she quit, Sarah Palin, went on Newsmax recently to spread a new conspiracy theory. Now, before I tell you this new theory, let me just say, the thing I love the most about Sarah Palin is that not just is she so dumb, but she's so confident in her stupidity. Like, she is so confident with everything she says, and she knows it's right, and nobody else can think like her, and let's be honest, that's probably a good thing, because I don't think the hamster's on the wheel up here. I think it got off to get some water and forgot to go back on and get things moving again, because Sarah Palin, on this recent appearance on Newsmax, says it's actually the Democrats that are pushing for President Biden to be impeached. Because, 2024 is coming up. Biden's got some problems. We don't want him to be the nominee. So let's impeach him. And then all our problems go away. Here's what this idiot said. I think it's becoming exposed because their strategy, the left strategy, is to get us so riled up and so angry about the corruption of Joe Biden and his family that at the last minute, they're going to have Biden bailed. He's not, what does that have Biden bailed? They're going to have him bail. Like, they can't have him bailed, duh. Like, oh my God. He's not going to be their nominee. They're going to throw in somebody else who will be their messiah, their new savior. And then that will take away so many of the arguments that the right has against the left in this presidential campaign season. It's all planned. It's all strategy. I love how you're accusing the left of having this messiah, obsession when your party is literally a cult of Donald Trump. Like, oh, the Democrats will have their new messiah, their new savior. That's what you guys are doing with that guy with the 91 felony charges against him. So yeah, maybe look in the mirror before you say things like that. Here's why this is so dumb. Not just because it comes from Sarah Palin. Donald Trump himself has been out there on Truth Social recently pushing Republicans to impeach President Biden. Marjorie Taylor Greene has been out there repeatedly in interviews and on social media calling for Biden's impeachment. Kevin McCarthy, the Republican Speaker of the House, admitted just last month that he is going to be open to letting Republicans start an impeachment inquiry. Other Republicans in the Freedom Caucus, Matt Gaetz, have said, let's move forward with the impeachment inquiry. There is not a single Democrat, by the way, that has said, Biden is corrupt as hell, let's get him out of office. No sitting Democratic lawmaker in Washington, D.C. has said that. So, in order for Sarah Palin's conspiracy theory to be true, what has to be happening is that Republicans would have to be in on it. Right? Because they're the ones who are actually pushing it. Like, it's literally on the record. So, for her conspiracy theory to be true, here's what has to be happening behind the scenes. The Democrats in Washington, D.C., in the House of Representatives, maybe even in the Senate, I don't know, we're not going to go over there just yet. But the Democrats in the House of Representatives had to have approached these Republicans, Kevin McCarthy, Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and said, hey, listen, we need you all to impeach Biden. Not only do we need you to impeach him, we need you to make sure that you don't mention that we Democrats want him out of office. And Sarah Palin would have us believe that Kevin McCarthy, Matt Gaetz, and Marjorie Taylor Greene, among many others, are sitting on that juicy nugget of info that Democrats actually want this. But they're refusing to go out there and hammer Democrats for that, even though they could use that against them, and that would be a pretty massive attack against President Biden, right? But instead, they're going to push forward with an impeachment process that they know is not going to be successful, that will ultimately end up hurting the Republicans in the end. Those things that I just laid out are what would have to be true if Sarah Palin's conspiracy theory were accurate. And the reason I like to dissect these things is because once you poke like one or two little holes in it, you realize how stupid these statements are. But it's always fun to point out the complete lack of logic for people like Sarah Palin who can't stop pushing these easily debunked and completely idiotic conspiracy theories. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low, low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.